Hello world and welcome back to Minecraft. So you're back for more, are you? Yeah, I'm menacing, aren't I? Look at me, I'm a monster. Anyway, dinner bone. We're doing stuff. We're achieving things. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put my wood? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I could have sworn there was some sticks in here a minute ago. One of these have some sticks in. I think I picked them up. Oh, god damn it. Don't mind the moron in the armour. Yeah, we need more tools. But yeah, we were excavating, weren't we? And I was rambling at length about things I'm going to do without actually telling you precisely what I intend to do. Because I'm good like that. 4 is... that's 2. And that's... yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Yeah. There we go. 4 picks. Oh, screw it. Let's build another. Let's build a 5th one. Can never have too many picks. Yeah. Right, and we'll put these back in. Remember that they're in this chest, people, because I sure as hell won't. Let's turn that into bread. There we go. Yeah, so we were digging, weren't we? Let's continue digging. Mended my house. Nearly, I mean, twice last episode I nearly got blown up by creepers. I'm just that inept. You gotta love an idiot, haven't you, though? You gotta love an idiot, especially when it's me. If you don't love me, please don't hate me. Yeah, I'm just sounding whiny now. It's one thing I'm good at, sounding whiny. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I'm not going to do it deliberately, don't worry. You let off the hook this time. Man, look at all that dirt. I have to be careful not to go through to where my animals are, so that's... I do believe the 5th row above my head. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, I'll be careful. So, do you guys enjoy watching Minecraft as much as you enjoy playing it? I mean, I do. I mean, I've heard some people say, well, what's the point in watching it when you could play it? Well... I'd put that question to you in regards to sports. You know, why would you watch football, rugby, American football, hockey, golf, any of these things when you could be actually out there playing it? The answer is simple. Sometimes you want the fun of the game without the stress of having to actually play at it. Minecraft is great, but sometimes you just don't know what to do, you can't be bothered, you want to watch someone else think of things and do things. You want to support someone, you want to enjoy it. Same reason you will support a football team that you don't play for. You enjoy watching them play. You like the feel of it. It's entertainment. And, well, this isn't the best entertainment in the world, especially when you compare it to, say, the Premier League or the Super Bowl, which was probably about a week ago at this point. But, yeah, you know, the reason you do these things is because they're enjoyable. And if people haven't figured that out, well, that's not my fault. Yeah, I'm rambling now, aren't I? But, you know, I got to talk about something, otherwise you're just watching me hit things with a pickaxe. And nobody wants to just watch me hit things with a pickaxe, even if they do want to watch me play Minecraft. And I hope you do want to watch me play Minecraft. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy watching it. I mean, as you've noticed, the entrance to my house has a Tower of Pimps, so that tells you who I enjoy watching play it. Yeah, most everyone. And, you know... It's fascinating just to see what people get up to, and I love watching like people build new things that I might not have thought of. I mean, I had an idea for an XP farm type thing, you know, basically a mob spawner and harvester, and I didn't know how to implement it, so I went out there, watched a few ideas, came up with my own sort of hybrid that then turned out wasn't my own idea, and things of that nature. And then I saw someone create a gold farm, and I thought, that's genius. And I went off and created one on a server, and that was fun, you know. Because you reach a point in Minecraft where you're not short of resource. I mean, half the fun of it is the fact you're trying to survive, which means the scarcity of resources is what creates the challenge. I mean, let's face it, the scarcity of lives in this is what makes this challenging. I can't just die as regularly as I normally would, because... you know, normally when you die in Minecraft, there's no real consequences. You just respawn and start again. I mean, you might lose whatever you've got on you, but if you're sensible, that's never a lot. So yeah, you no longer have a scarcity of resources. You get bored because there's nothing for you to do. Essentially, there's only so much creativity you can think of on your own. So I enjoy watching other people come up with stuff and then incorporating that into my projects. It's also the reason I like people giving me ideas for things to do, because you guys will come up with stuff that I haven't strictly thought of. And that's awesome, because it gives me something entertaining to do, and I think I went over this last episode, and I won't bore you with it again, but it creates good content, you know? I mean, that Melon Quest was awesome. I enjoyed recording it, I hope you enjoyed watching it. I mean, objectives like this are more necessities, so they're less entertaining, because I have to do it. Well, I don't have to do it, there's easier ways to do it than digging out underneath my house, but I do need somewhere to keep my animals, so that's why it's a necessity. Oh, this roof. This roof. I'm gonna have to make fence as well to keep the animals in. But yes, fun times, fun times. The staircase to the level above me is over in that corner, isn't it? So when it comes to this one, I think I'll put the staircase down the other side, because then it's in the actual mountain, which is beneficial on numerous levels. I mean, for one, it means I don't have to worry about falling off the edge of it. Nothing worse than falling to your demise needlessly. So, Minecraft's a lot more challenging when I'm trying not to die. It really is. Oh, my dogs. You're hearing them whimper. Why do Minecraft dogs whimper? Are they hungry? Can they starve? I don't know. I don't feed them too much, because every time I feed them they want to reproduce. I mean, who knew food was such a turn on for animals? So let's not think about that, shall we? Just keep going. What amazes me more is I've been doing this a while and I haven't yet been creeped. And that's the last of the coal. I love it when you're doing that. You're mining not too deep underground and suddenly you find resources. Resources that you normally go digging miles underground for. Oh man, I'm lifting it. Raising a roof. Raising the roof. This dirt's going to be useful. I mean, if all this dirt had only been down here to begin with, it would have saved me time. I need to work on them pillars as well. Like a certain uniformity. So those pillars are going to end up going all the way down to, well, what is ground level? Ground level being the base of the mountain. Well, I like having a mountain home. I normally build on much more level terrain, but this proves beautiful views, and yeah, Minecraft can have stunning scenery. I mean, for a game that is made of cubes, you wouldn't expect it to be that visually appealing, and yet it is. It's far more graphics intensive than you'd give it credit for, given the way it works. It's just a lot of the same textures over and over, but it meshes so well and it looks so pretty. Especially if you're willing to get some of the texture packs for it, I imagine. And the only thing stopping me is I don't want it to become so visually intensive that my capture software struggles. It took me a while to optimise these settings. It's still less than ideal, but that I think is mostly down to the fact my graphics card is shite. Getting on a bit now. It doesn't even use DDR5, it still uses DDR3. That's how old the graphics card is. I mean, that will get remedied at some point, especially if I can save up enough to get something. I was interested in the GTX, was it 960 or 970, saving up for one of them, but the more I look into it, it's actually one of the AMDs that's appealing to me, what was it, R9 390. Because, I mean, it's not quite... I mean, AMD have a propensity for being cheap, you know, they're well known for being... Well, not cheap. They cost less because they're a little bit less sophisticated, I would say. I mean, I'm no expert, that's just how I would describe it, so it's probably an inaccurate term. But for the same price, I get a card that has, well, twice as much RAM. It may not, on paper, perform at quite the same level. That's that one I want, isn't it? Oh, good, that didn't last long. Yeah, so on paper it's not quite as strong, but it sort of future-proofs a bit because all that RAM and it lets me... I do operate multiple screens, whilst I'm sure a GTX is more than adequate for that. I know it just feels like it's more... I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like I'm better prepared. You know, there's more room for expansion there, and it's better value for money all in all. I mean, and I know it basically comes down to personal taste with a lot of these things. But I'm not biased by personal taste in this regard, because I don't know a whole lot about it. It just seems that in terms of bang for the buck, the 390, or whatever it is I'm actually thinking of, I think it's a 390, just represents the better value. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm sure some of you might know this stuff better than I do, but I want it based on facts, you know, like regarding performance to cost. I don't want it to be just like, oh, I'm a big fan of this particular manufacturer, so I suggest them. You know, so I don't recommend a PC just because I think Apple are shite. I would recommend a PC because for my applications, it just makes more sense. You know, gaming on a Mac's probably a completely different experience. I don't have a whole lot of well, experience with. I'm sure that they're perfectly good for like multimedia and whatnot, but for gaming, it's just I like the adaptability of my PC. It's just what I know, so that's why I stick with it. And I don't want that to be an excuse for why I get a particular type of system set up. So you know, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying desperately not to dig through the roof here. Look at this, we're almost done. Go us. So that got rather untechnical, considering I was talking about quite a technical subject, but yeah. Right. Come on, oh, I've run out of space. Put that in there. Yeah, all this cobblestone is going to be used. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's delicious. Delicious dirt! Right. So we need to go one further down for all this. I'm going to have to fix the walls as well. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I would get a nice texture pack because I love some of them. I love some of the ones what they do to it. How is there a cow in here? Dude, I ain't even finished building yet. So yeah, visiting cow. Right. So yeah, I would get some nice texture packs for the graphics. That was what I was talking about, wasn't it? The texture packs, because I've seen some that do beautiful things to the water, and that for me in a game is it. You know, just the texture of the water, just that can make it absolutely beautiful. Just how smoothly that works, and you know, I would love to get them, but I don't think I could handle it. I don't think my system is quite up to that yet. I'm always pleasantly surprised by how well this does, as is. Cow! Yeah, there we go, running away already. I just realised she could in theory manage to open up the gate and let all my animals out, so I probably want to take care of that at some point. Unless that is how it got out, like a chicken or something walked on that pressure pad. Oh, that'd be gutting, wouldn't it? How devastating would that be? A cow comes along and liberates all my animals. I knew they were conspiring against me. Oh, this is taking forever. Not there. So when damn. Everything's always conspiring against me. I'm just that paranoid. It's not paranoia if they're all trying to kill you. Oh, how was it? Yeah, if you ever watch Deep Space Nine, you might get this reference. Of course I'm paranoid. They're all trying to kill me. Yeah, Wayoon. That's not a direct quote. I think I butchered that. But yeah, he was one of my favourite characters. Jeffrey Combs. Brilliant Star Trek actor. Brilliant. Quite a lot of good Star Trek actors as well. Like, one of my favourite films, The Shawshank Redemption. Sort of film you either love or hate. That has 3 Star Trek actors in it. 3! And, do you know, they're all people whose characters I cannot name. Well, sorry, whose characters? They're all actors I cannot name, but the characters, apart from one. It's like, the guy that plays the parole officer that lets Morgan Freeman out in the end. You know, when Morgan Freeman gives his speech about not knowing, you know, rehabilitation being a bullshit word. That actor plays Bruce Maddox, the guy who in season 2 wants to dismantle Data. Yeah, I'm going full geek on you now, talking about Star Trek. If you hate Star Trek, just come back in a few minutes. Yeah, so he plays Bruce Maddox, a guy that wants to disassemble Data. You know, I mean, Data's not all for it. I can understand that. I mean, I don't want to be disassembled. The guy who plays the Warden plays the commander, well, the captain of the Phoenix. The ship that almost starts a war with the Cardassians, which is when we meet Gul Macet, the actor for whom becomes Gul Dukat, who is also an awesome character. But yeah, he's in all sorts of stuff. The guy who plays the captain of the Phoenix. And who was the other one? The guy who plays Boggs. You know, Boggs is the one that gets beaten to within an inch of his life by the guards for picking on Andy. He is in it as well as he's a Betazoid that commits murder, like at Utopia Planitia. It turns out he killed that person and it ends up projecting on other people. Oh, we can finally see what this stuff is. That's Andesite. I knew it was. Nailed it. But yeah, he plays the character that basically killed someone at Utopia Planitia. And I mean, I love connections like that. You know, 3 actors. I mean, most of them are, well, I'd say one of them is a bit part, the other 2 are, well, they're not the protagonist. One of them is actually the antagonist. But yeah, these characters, it's amazing how much Star Trek characters get around. Amazing. Yeah, just a link there between one of my favourite movies and one of my favourite TV series. Fun times, eh? Fun times. That's a bit of a ramble, but I just always find random things like that fascinate me. They do. So you might hear me referencing it over and over and over again. Can't think of any other interesting Star Trek facts right now, but we'll come back to it. Of course, the ultimate question is, who do you think could win in a war between Star Trek's Federation and the Empire from Star Wars? I mean, I'm biased by the fact I'm a Trekkie, but also I think if you go into the technobabble of each universe, you know, each universe is canon regarding their own technical capabilities, I still think the Federation would come out on top. Because, I mean, they're several centuries ahead of the Empire. The Empire uses fusion technology, which in the Star Trek canon was like, when they first went into space, the NX class was just the start of the use of antimatter engines. You know, fusion had come and gone. The Empire uses laser-based weapons, which impart some plasma energy, but Star Trek ships are essentially immune to lasers. So the Empire essentially would struggle to do any harm to a Star Trek ship. It would take an entire fleet using their turbo lasers to actually do damage. Now, I might just be getting the technical specifics wrong. It might be that a turbo laser isn't actually just a pure laser. I mean, from what I've read, it is. I have actually looked into it a little bit, but I could be misinterpreting it. And I could be extremely biased, which I acknowledge I am. But the other thing you have to bear in mind is the Federation, whilst technically more advanced, doesn't have anywhere near the resources the Empire does, because the Empire was spread across the entire galaxy, wasn't it? So, you know, there's that to bear in mind. I mean, even if Star Trek ships are a century or 2 ahead in terms of technology, you know, if you can mount starships to fight each other with, you know, fleet like a ratio of 100 to 1, I mean, it doesn't matter how technologically advanced you are. 100 galleons could probably take out a modern-day aircraft carrier just firing cannons, because, you know, even primitive technology like cannons is going to get through eventually, you know. And I mean, whilst a turbo laser might be lasers, I say some of it, the energy is plasma-based, and that would impact on a Star Trek vessel's, a Starfleet vessel's shields. I mean, laser energy is absorbed by the deflector during normal travel, because that's what the deflector does. It, when a ship's travelling really fast, it protects it from particles in space and laser energy and deflects them, hence the name. But plasma, well, that would hit the defensive shields, and sooner or later, they're going to run out of energy, and then you would be shooting lasers at the hull. And you might break the ship. You know, so it's a fascinating question to address. And if you get 100 ships doing that to it, 100 or 1,000, I mean, I don't know how many ships it takes to run a galaxy. You'd imagine thousands, wouldn't you? And I mean, Star Destroyers are huge as well. And, you know, even though Star Trek ships maybe immune to laser energy. You get enough of it. Like, say... I mean, laser energy is just light, you know. Lasers are light. And you get enough energy, say, sort of the level that a sun puts out. That's going to overwhelm the navigational deflectors, no matter how good they are, isn't it? But I think it all depends on the number of ships involved. On a one-on-one fight, there's no question. Starfleet would decimate any Empire vessel. I would say that a Galaxy class or a Sovereign class ship could probably take out a Death Star. Much less to say of an actual Star Destroyer. But you get a fleet of Star Destroyers where you get the entire Imperial fleet against the entirety of Starfleet, and I don't know, I just couldn't call it. I mean, I don't think the Empire would win against a power such as, say, the Borg. I mean, the Borg lack innovation in the same way Starfleet do, but so do the Empire. I mean, you've got a civilization there that's ancient. I mean, I know the Empire itself isn't ancient, but the civilizations around it clearly are. You know, technology on that scale, I mean, it takes a lot of experience in the technology to build it on any great scale. I mean, you look at electronics and how long it took to get the transistor down to the size it is and applied on the scale it is. I mean, this technology's been around for decades. So you imagine this technology around for thousands of years, and you could turn basically things in, you know, you can scale it up almost indefinitely in some regards. So that's my basis for assuming that the Empire is really, really old. Well, the civilizations of the Empire are really, really old. I know it's a moot point. I haven't seen the movie yet. I have no intention of going to see the movie, but when it comes out I might. But yeah, it's just these questions fascinate me. That's a creeper. I don't want to get creeped. Yeah, so here we are playing Minecraft, and I'm talking about the merits of Starfleet versus the Empire. Yeah, go figure. We need more dirt. Put all that down underneath the thing. But yeah, we've almost finished this particular area. So yeah, that's all. I mean, if you're not a Star Trek buff or a Star Wars buff, you probably don't care about any of this. In which case you're probably zoned out completely. But yeah, I'm a hell of a nerd when it comes to these things. I mean, I don't deny that I'm a Trekkie, so I am biased by it, but even attempting to be objective, I still think it come down in Starfleet's favour. There we are. Just adding more light, really. Look at that. Right, let's empty some stuff into this chest. All this cobblestone is going to get smelted for the project on the hill. I'll have to tell you more about that at some point. Simple fact is, I haven't decided precisely what form that particular project is going to take. And I would like to have some more definite things before I describe it to you in any detail. Oh man, look at that. Right, I'm going to go get a fence. I need a fence. Definitely need a fence. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... there we go. Get rid of that. There we are. And get rid of that. There we are. Because these things are just going to get in the way. Right, cow, you're in the wrong place. Go away, go away, go away. Back off, back off, back off. There we go. And I will fix that as well. I'll have to move the staircase back a little bit, but we'll come to that. Let's just get the pen sorted. Dinner bone. That is going to make me laugh constantly. Thank you, Drax. Thank you very much. It's probably too much wood. I just sworn I had... Oh. I have some fencing one of the... I do need to sort these out. I really do. God, it's a mess. There we are. Last one. Right, and let's... there we go. That should be enough, shouldn't it? Right, and... There you are, oak fence. Right, that should be more than adequate for what I've got in mind. Creeper, nice. Like a water trap, wasn't specifically for creepers, but it appears to work. Yay! Man, look who's got... Oh, freaking egg. Right, so... It's going to be there, isn't it? Oh yeah. And... I really need to get more of them. I'll worry about that a little bit. For the time being, I'm going to put... No, I'm not going to put dirt in. Dirt will not work. Let's get rid of this, shall we? Get some dirt. I made way more fence than I needed to for now, but, you know, we're going to have... Well, we're going to be digging beneath this at some point as well, so... we'll worry about that when we come to it. There we are. Right, so... Let's just block this off for now. There we are. And let's put a crafting table down here. Never hurts to... I mean, I leave crafting tables everywhere, but that's just for convenience sake. I mean, that won't be there forever because there's going to be a pillar there. But for now it'll do. What was I going to do? Boop. I was going to say, the one time I didn't want it to, that would have turned into a chicken, but it didn't, thankfully. Right, I want to put in a gate. How do I build a gate? I've forgotten what the recipe is. Is it this? Yeah, it is. There we go. Oak fence. Let's build another one. You'll see why when I'm done. No, that's fence, isn't it? There we go. I'll get there eventually. Right. Should have brought an axe. But anyway, yeah. Let's. Right, there we go. And oak fence gate. Awesome. And then the other one is gonna go here. And then we put... Oh. See, this is my clever system for keeping the animals in. It's not as clever as I think it is, but it'll do. Can you see what I'm going to do? Couple of pressure plates. Yeah, put one there and one there. So that'll open that one. And that'll open that one. Basically, that means that... Oh no, hang on. That's on the wrong side, that is. I want that to be there. So it means that automatically I can get in easily, but when I'm coming out, it'll close it automatically behind me, and I have to manually open that one, and that'll automatically close. So any animals that get through there will be trapped there, and hopefully I'll see them. One can but hope. Oh, I meant to do that. I meant to put it on there. Boop, boop, boop. This is where I found out it doesn't actually divide by 2. Oh, that is convenient. That is really convenient. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I'll put one there as well. There we go, I've run out of them. So yeah, that's nice. And then I'll put a staircase up there. And I need to do this on the other side as well. Which means I need to move that staircase. Can you believe we're almost half an hour into this already? I know, right? And I'm apparently starving. You! Die. Die, zombie. Die. Weren't you a creeper when we came by last time? I don't know. Come on, this way. Oh god, you are so... What even... Come and fight me, right. Boop, there we go. Problem solved. Bit mean to zombies, I know, but, Right. No, it's this here one, isn't it? So does it technically mean that it takes less resources to build a gate than it does to build a fence? An interesting question. Right. Let's remedy this issue here. Now I'm going to go with along similar lines to the other side. But I'm going to put... Yeah, let's get rid of that. If I put the gate here, yeah, so that's 9. If I put it there... No. I just need to make sure that both gates don't open at the same time. It can go there, can't it? So when I stand on this... You thought I was going to let you out, didn't you? So when I stand on that one, it doesn't open this gate. So there's at least one gate keeping the animals in at all times. And then... I put that there. Right. And I want... Let's take the steps back a little bit. So I have some room to actually be down here. Oh, use all my shot. No, there it is. Yeah. There we go. I mean, the benefit is it also gives me more cobblestone, which I'm after. I wish I had a silk touch pickaxe, but yeah, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that works. Right, and this is annoying me, this levitating bit of fence. So, let's fix that. Do not like levitating fence. Couldn't tell you why, just don't. Right, and we're up almost. There we go. Nice. And now I can do this. Yay! And then my chickens won't be able to get out. In theory, let's just do this just in case. There we go. And a couple of torches would be nice. Good job I got that coal on me. Just to stop things spawning down here. You know. I don't like that. I want that to have grass on it. If I do this, there we go. Then in theory, at some point, the grass should go across that. I know it looks like I've put a roof over that, but that's just to get the grass to go across there. Till I can put in something prettier. Yeah, I don't think it's an ugly house or an ugly building, but well, yeah. More melon. I like melon. It's such an easy fruit. Easy food source because it just keeps growing. You don't have to replant it. You can just leave it and it grows over and over and over again. And you can just eat it as it is. There's no preparation. I mean, you don't get a lot of nutrition from it, obviously. But look at that. 45 melon pieces. Once you've got melon, you will never starve. I'll have to do something about the farm at some point as well. Yeah, this hillside looks completely different to how it did when I first got here, doesn't it? Yeah, you've got plans to it. Oh, look like a pyramid. Well, yeah. Does look like a pyramid. Dinner bone. Yay! Look at my dogs. Aww. Well, no wonder you're whimpering. You're sat on a bloody torch. Jeez, I'd be upset if there was fire up my ass as well. No, you're upset. You're getting dizzy, Dinnerbone. Man, sucks to be you. So yeah, we can. I'm gonna need to lead my sheep. What do sheep eat? Sheep eat wheat, don't they? Did I have any sheep down there? I can't remember whether I had any sheep or not. Oh. Boop. 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 There we go. And I'm still holding on to the hoe, so we can slowly move the farm over here. It's just the two, isn't it? There we go. Right. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. I have no sheep here. I need to go get sheep. Okay. Let's go. Oh, damn it. What are you doing, chickens? No. Get back in there. Get back in there. Well, see, this is where the benefit of the system I just set up comes in. See? They automatically close behind me, and right, let's go get a sheep. I mean, we're going to be well beyond the 30 minutes at this point, but just want a sheep. Any sheep? There's one. There's one. One sheep. Sheepy, 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 sheepy. Have I got the right thing to capture a sheep? I have. Yes, there we go. Are there any more sheep? Any more of you around here? Anyone? Oh, wow. You're not having a good day, are you? Okay, so it's just the one sheep. Can't breed one sheep. There we go. Right, and we need to get up the hill. We'll get there by sunset, I'm sure. Boop, boop, boop. Wow, look at all them cows. That's a nice ravine. That's a... Ooh, iron. Right, we'll have to go down there at some point and get the iron. Come on, sheepy. Up we go. Up we go. well, I would have liked more sheep. But if I can't see any, I can't get them, can I? Oh yeah, there you are. Come on, sheepy! Should also, in theory, make it easier to get them into the place where I'm planning to keep them. You know, with the safety door thing I've set up. These cows will follow me all the way along the fence now anyway. So this is food pen. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, god damn it. Alright. Come on. Can you not get in there? No, that sheep is very confused. What are you doing, sheep? Alright. Let's do it the hard way. There we go. Right, and come on, all the way back here. All the way back. There's a good sheep, and this is where you find out I'm just tormenting you. So there we go, we've got a sheep. Yeep. Eep for sheep. Right, let's just get in the house. That'll do for today, I think. We're doing really well, and I like that. Right, I do like that little. Look, more melons as well. What did I tell you? Side food, and it's raining. In we go. Yeah. So, I didn't bun. So, yeah, interesting times. Blech. We're getting there, we're getting there. We've got our animal pen finished. It only took a frigging hour. 2 episodes wasted doing that, but you got to hear me talk about nonsense that I enjoy. And, you know, to be honest, that's why you're here, isn't it? Just to hear me ramble. Certainly not here for the entertaining content, because there is no entertaining content. Nah, I kid. Hours of fun. Hours of fun. There's Dinner Bone's backside, if you were wondering. Yeah. Guess I'll see you next time, where we'll be doing some more stuff. I think I'll be getting some of that cobblestone sorted, and ideally getting the thing for my horse sorted as well, you know. I need a stable on the ground level. God, that's going to take an hour to do as well, isn't it? Anyway, way overrun my time. So I hope I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, guys, and ta-ra! If you enjoy my efforts to be vaguely entertaining, you can now support me on Patreon. $1, a pound, a yen, a euro, whatever you've got, whatever you can spare, all helps. Over 1 million fed. Thank you for watching, and ta-ra!